Hello, this is Jalen, and welcome to McKellTube. I would like to talk about somebody that you probably haven't heard of, uh, but you probably will if you've clicked on this video. Elizabeth Warren. She is a wonderful, and I think she would be a great candidate for 2016. I am looking forward to 2016 after this terrible 2014 midterm election year. Uh, I feel like a lot of the things that when I saw the exit polls, a lot of the things that Americans voted for were very liberal, and these exit polls, but they voted for Republicans, which was very weird for me, and I didn't understand, and so I guess this is a little bit more of a push, like we're seeing another 2006. Those that are very into politics, they know what I mean by 2006 when George W. Bush was in office and the American people voted more democratically, not democratically, but more liberal on the left side, okay, because he was the president. So when you have a president of one party, people, even though they might side with the Democrats or they might side with the Republicans, are going to vote more so on the opposition. Now, this is fairly common. It's not something new. But Elizabeth Warren is a different case. She does have a D next to her name, so she is a Democrat. She is different because, unlike most Republicans and Democrats that you see out there, she is for the people. She has fought the banks. She has worked on several committees up in Capitol Hill. Before, she really didn't like politics, but the reason why she's in politics and the reason why she ran for senator in Massachusetts is because she wanted to run for the people. She wanted to run for you. She wanted to represent you and to keep your money in your hands and to make sure that businessmen on Wall Street and lawyers and people that want to back up the banks don't keep taking money from innocent people. There are many people out there that are poor and they are going by paycheck to paycheck, not being able to spend money on things that they probably want, might not even be able to spend enough money on the things that they need just so they can live in their house. And one of the things that a certain bank, Citigroup, has been doing is taking the money of many Americans by doing so and keeping you in this hole. Okay, and as this result, as a result of this, okay, you've had the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and it's all just going to collapse and it's going to fall over. The reason, see, because of this, we have a free market, yes, but it needs to be regulated by the government. The reason why we have a government to regulate the free market is so you don't have people that are corrupt that want to take money from the consumer, or better yet, disparage others that want to come in and become part of the free market that might have useful tools for technology and ideas and inventions, but they have these big corporations that come in and they stomp out all the other competition. And so what the government does is to come in and regulate that. See, a lot of people want deregulations, but see, when you have deregulations, people, the banks start getting chummy with your money. Okay, and when you bail out the banks, who's bailing out the banks? Well, it's not the government. The people that are left standing with the bill to bail out the banks is the American people. And those same paycheck to paycheck people that can't even live with the amount of money that they can't even live off of that and have the necessities that they need. That is why Elizabeth Warren wanted to run. So she can fight for those people. So you wouldn't have to be left with that bill, or be troubled as a taxpayer to pay off something that you had nothing to do with. So it's time that we fight Wall Street. We fight the banks. Okay? There was a time where everyone was happy. The banks were, well, it was boring. But the banks were doing what they were supposed to, which was making sure the American people were okay. And I think we need to get back to something like that. Okay? I think a lot of people should check out Elizabeth Warren. They should check out what she's for and see why she's for it. And I think she's a better candidate than Hillary Clinton. And I say this because Hillary Clinton has very close ties with many banks. She has close ties with Goldman Sachs. This administration, the Obama administration, has very many close ties with the banks, and they have a lot of donors from banks. And I feel like she's the one true politician out there in Washington right now that is fighting for us, and she is up there on Capitol Hill. She is toting as she is the toting champion for the people. Okay, Republicans will say that, and Democrats will say that. Those that are at least not bought out by banks and others. And so that's what I want to put out there. I want to put out that she is a great candidate. I hope she runs. I don't know if she will. There were a lot of indications that she even, because her and the other House members of the Democrat Party wrote a letter to Hillary Clinton saying that if she did run, then she would back her. So I don't know. I'm still enthusiastic enough to say, if she runs, I'll back her. But if Hillary Clinton runs and there's no one else to oppose her, then fine, whatever. But I want someone that's for the people and not for the banks, not for the rich, but more so for the middle class, the working class, and for the poor or the lower class. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. I'll see you next time. All right.